Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have gone and made one of the biggest mistakes that you can possibly make in keeping a coral reef tank, and that is I have bought way too much stuff way too fast. So I may need your guys' help to try and keep it all alive. So just got this box here. I bought this from a local guy who lives in the same town as me, which is kind of weird to say because I had to drive through 3 different towns to get to him. But it's some really nice stuff in here, so we're gonna have to get it acclimated to the tank. First, let's take a look at what's in here. Tank's really dirty right now. I'm gonna do a deep clean probably tomorrow, but let's see how everything is doing. The Reef Energy AB Plus. I have been trying to use it sparingly every other day instead of every day because I'm starting to see signs of algae, and the only things I can think is feeding that is the AB Plus. So beyond that, this sand sifting star that went in last week, well, when I say last week, I think it went in Tuesday, but yeah, so he's hanging out here on the glass where I could see him. The hermit crab I have not seen since I dropped in, and the engineer goby buried it, so it may still be in that same spot buried, or it may have moved away. Back in the corner, we still have the carpet anemone and the rock flower anemone. I wish we could see them better. I wish I could see them better, but I can't. So the blueberry stylo, like bottom half of it's kind of receding away, but the top half of it looks okay, so I don't know what's up. I actually kind of finally figured out how to feed the anemones, so the anemones got fed yesterday, and they're both looking great. Firework cloves there are looking great. All the Recordias are doing good, as are the Zoas and these free pallies that I got from the one place that I got these 2 Recordias from. So everything else is doing good except for that yellow eye chalice, which is receding quite badly now. So I'm going to have to move that, and I guess what part of my problem is, I got too much flow and too much light on it. So I think I'm going to stick it in one of these holes down here, sheltered in the rocks. Maybe keep the light off it and see what happens. So without further ado, let's set up the acclimators and get acclimating. Okay, I got corals into the acclimation boxes. This one here is in mostly a dip solution at this point. The amphipods that are in there certainly didn't like that at all. But at least we know the dip's working, because all the amphipods suddenly jumped out of everywhere. Even ones, I mean, I couldn't see these before I put these in the tank. So coral dip is doing its job. I'm not sure about this white stuff on this hammer coral here, but we'll see how it works. So that's a hammer coral. This one here is a yellow eye gani, and then it's a galaxia, and then this is a frog spawn, and this is another gani type, of which I'm not sure. I don't know, but he gave me this one and that one there for free because I paid so much for the rest of it. This one here is the piece de resistance. It is a elegance coral, so probably shouldn't have gotten this for a tank this new, but I'm a bad person, so I went ahead and bought this. So We're gonna get it acclimated, and we're gonna hope for the best on that, and hope I can keep it alive and everything. He also gave me some tips about, like, say this yellow eye chalice in the back here, which is that they don't like a lot of light and they don't like a lot of flow. So basically everywhere I put that thing so far has been the absolute wrong place to put it. But that being said, everything else is doing pretty good, and I think I told you that already. So let me get the drip started on at least this one, as I'm continuing to top off the, I've got to manually acclimate at least a little bit of water into this guy, because I didn't have enough water to make the top of this thing. That's my only complaint about the acclimate. I think they need to make an even smaller box for acclimating corals, or one that just needs less water, because it needs to go all the way up to that top part there in the back before it's actually starting to cycle the water that's in there. But anyway, let me get this all set up and going, and we'll catch you back up once these are ready to go in the tank. Alright, so something bad has happened. I ran out real quick while the corals were acclimating, and I come to find stuff all over the floor, water all over the floor, and coral laying on the floor. This is where I had it. It pulled the screws out of 2 of the suction cups, and one of the suction cups just came off entirely. And that was the one that was containing the elegance coral, so I had to just drop it in the tank and hope to God it survives. So it's the next day here, and let's look at how those corals I got yesterday are doing. I moved the elegance back to the corner here. It seems to be doing much better there. This Galaxia is the fuzziest thing I've ever seen, but it looks quite happy. This thing is also a Galaxia, I believe, and it is swinging a tentacle around. So I might have to move this other little frag. It's or no, that's a Ghani, just like the fuzzy one there, and that's the Galaxia. But I'm gonna have to move that away because this Ghani here is swinging its stingers around, so I have to be careful about that. The frog spawn and the hammer coral have really fluffed up, and they look great. So what am I going to do today? Well, I just fed the fish, so now I'm going to feed the corals. I'm going to start with the anemones, and maybe this elegance coral will take some food for me. We'll see. It's still maybe a little bit frozen, but we'll see if it takes it. Looks like it's trying to take it. It's definitely holding it in there. We'll come back and look at that one later. Kind of feel like these pieces were a little big. So we'll see what happens with it. But it certainly grabbed a hold of it. And that one's holding it pretty good too. the elegance coral, I'm not too sure about. I've given it the piece of food. Like I said, I'm not too sure about feeding this thing, so we'll see what it does with it. And I'm going to make an attempt at getting it to this carpet anemone here. Certainly reacted to me putting the food on it. But we'll see if it's able to eat that thing. Appears that everything has taken the food pretty good. You can definitely see the rainbow here filling up its body and shrinking its tentacles down. Pretty much the same thing for the acid wash. And it looks like the elegance has taken the food. I mean, how can you tell? It's an elegance coral. So as part of today's feeding, we're also going to drop the AB+. Now that I'm fairly certain everything has gotten its food where it needs to be, we'll go ahead and drop the coral food and see what happens with these corals. And since I'm doing a water change today, I may as well throw some AB+ into here. It actually has started to grow green hair algae again, which is how it's so dirty in here, but whatever. So yep, everything's doing good. If I can only get these two little clownfish here to host any number of the things in here, I'll be quite happy. Although, yeah, little phantom there seems to be hosting the rock. Whatever. Alright, well, it's another day here, and I've got yet another box of corals. This box here is from Aqua SD, which is Aqua San Diego. But before we get into that, take a look and see how everything's doing. What you call this thing again? This Galaxa here has opened up a lot more and has stopped swinging its stingers around, so that's a good thing. This other small Galaxa here has also opened up a lot more. The elegance is looking good. Frog Spawn and Hammer are doing quite well. So yeah, so we need to feed the fish for today. And you guys haven't seen them fed in a while, so oopsie. Oh crap, I guess you're getting all the squid today. So I didn't mean to put in that much at once, but it's in there, and there's nothing I can do about it now. In case you didn't notice that it is much cleaner in here, I did clean both tanks last night. Alright, so Aqua SD, here's how they pack their box. The cold pack, and then a big bag with smaller bags inside. Double bagged. Now, did I buy that? Apparently I bought whatever that is. I'll have to look up and see what that is. So so here's the thing. So you buy fish and you have them shipped next day air. What does next day air mean? Well, it generally means they pick up your stuff, they put it on a plane, fly it to you, and you have it the next day. Well, that doesn't mean the same thing in FedEx or apparently UPS, pardon me. Thought this was FedEx. Anyway, so in my case, they flew it from San Diego to Kentucky, then from Kentucky to Ohio, and then from Ohio to Michigan, and then they drove it 3 or 4 different places around my state. So it got shipped on Thursday of last week. It is now Monday, and I'm just now getting it, so hoping that everything in here is okay. But I got the box set up and getting the coral dip ready, so let's get this stuff into the acclimator and get it dipping and acclimating. So this is where I've cleaned the sump out. I did have some green hair algae in here. You can see some traces of it left, a little cyno in the back. But I'm only running this light for like 2 hours a day. But the Kato ball looks okay. That's until the skimmer came out when I cleaned it the other day. I know I didn't put an update on that. And what else? Yeah, so the tank is all clean. Both tanks. I guess I may as well go over there and show you that one. But I'm afraid before I go to work today, I'm not gonna get a nice picture of what I've bought here. These two here. One of them is a torch and the other one is, I think, another hammer. But we'll see about that. Also got that lepto there, which is like a darker orange than that one there, despite the fact that they're both supposed to be orange. And then I'm not sure what those are. Those are going to be some kind of pallies or something that they sent for free. So there's another retailer that I'm really happy to buy stuff from more than once, despite the fact that they use UPS shipping, and UPS shipping does what they do, which is bring your stuff whenever they feel like it. So yeah, so in the meantime, I'm also going to put up some better pictures of all the stuff in here, because I need to identify this this pally here, because I don't know what it is, and that came free from Reef Gardener. So that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching, and again, if you guys have any suggestions or tips or something that you think I should know, let me know in the comment section. Make sure to like the video, share it with your friends. Maybe they have better ideas. But yeah, I could use some help, you know, just making sure everything stays okay. I'm going to try to buy less stuff, but I just discovered that something I did buy from one of the other places never actually showed up. So I'm going to call them and see what's up, and I might buy another of what I bought from them. But that's for another time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.